Hello everyone, myself Nitesh Madhukar welcomes you in my YouTube tutorial. Today I am available with my new topic and my topic is networking. So in today's tutorial, as we know more about networking. So let's start today's tutorial. Learning objective of today's tutorial is first one is networking and node. History of network, advantages of networking, types of networking, protocols, intranet and extranet. So let's start the today's tutorial with these few topics. Now we have to know about the networking. First of all, what is the need of networking? So the need of networking is there in our daily life. Why networking is needed? So for that we have to know. See, networking is needed because of communication. We know that communication is essential for people living in a society to connect each other. If a medium of transfer of information from one to another, so data transmission over distance has become essential. While we are exchanging the information, we are sharing the information, that is a part of communication. So that is very essential. So just to sharing or exchanging the information, we have to depend on the network. So what is network? A network is a connected computer devices where more than two computers are connected together for the purpose of sharing hardware, software, printers, CD, exchanging file, or we can say that electronic communication. The computer are in a network may be linked by the help of cables or without cables. If it is interconnected by the help of cables, the different cables are used. The known cables are coaxial cable, optical fiber coaxial cable. So these are the different names of cable. If computer are connected without wires, that is called like radio waves, satellites, infrared, Bluetooth. So these are the parts of networking, but the purpose of those networking is communication, sharing information, sharing resources. Understood? If computer are connected together for the purpose of sharing information, that is known as networking. Now see my student, here you can see that the number of computers are connected together. Is it? Here one PC, second PC, third PC, fourth PC, fifth, sixth, seventh and eighth. These are the different machines, different personal computers are connected in a network. And you can also see here, it is connected by this server. At the same time, it is also connected with this printer. So, and these all are connected by the help of internet. So if this kind of architecture will be there, this is called computer network. While in computer network, number of computers are connected together for the purpose of sharing hardware, software, information, or the purpose of communication. That is known as computer network. You can see here the number one computer, if want to share any of the information to number its computer, so they can share the information via this medium. This is called what? This is called server or node. In the next, now about the node. A node is a physical device within a network, other devices that's able to send or receive the information. Node is what? A physical device. In that, by the help of that, it can be able to send, receive or forward information. This is one of the most popular and common physical device in a computer network. By the help of that, we can able to share the information. So if you want to see that what is the node, I'm just going to tell you that this is the part of node where these all information are being shared by the help of this node. So here I'm not telling that exactly the definition of node is this, but via this all those information are being shared. So now history of the internet. As we know that every evolution in the world is a kind of excitement when people was having and trying something. So it was the history of the networking in the time of 1945, 6th and 9th of August, when America had been actually plotted two atom bomb in particularly place Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In that time, the world has seen the destruction. That in that time, America thought that if those type of situation will come in our country, so higher authority people or the ministry people easily able to communicate with their soldier, and soldier also easily able to communicate with the higher authority. So for that purpose, Department of Defense, they have decided to make a network for the purpose of communication, because they have seen that what is the destruction of nuclear war. So in that time, ARPA project has been launched. The full form of ARPA is Advanced Research Project Agency Network. Advantages of networking. As we know that while we are using the network, definitely some advantages are there. That's why we are using network. So one by one, I'm going to explain about those advantages of network. The first advantage is resource sharing. By the help of that, we can easily able to share our files, we can easily able to share the hardware, we can easily able to share the software. If you will see, by the help of in a networking of all those computers, they can able to share the hardware, how many computers are there and how many printers are there, because from any one of the computer, if we will give the printing command, the printer will work smoothly. So this is an example of hardware sharing. Suppose that in this server a main PC is connected. Any one of the PC any one of the PC you can take as a server. So suppose that in this PC I have installed Google Chrome application. So all those PC will have the access right to access Google Chrome in those number of. So that is the example of sharing software. Suppose that information, how to share the information. Number 1 PC want to share the information with number 8 PC. So he will send by the help of the IP address. So message will reach from one place to another place. So this is one of the example, one of the part of advantages of network. Now the second advantage is network gaming. As we all know that entertainment is one of the part of our life. While we are using the network, we can also access the game. You are sitting here, you can play the online game, you can play while having the network, you can able to access the game. So that is the part of entertainment. The third one is easy and fast mode of communication. Easily and fastly we can able to communicate with our relative, with our office person, with our client or with our customer. So at a time when we are using the network, easily, fastly and accurately we can able to share all those information to our particular client. So in that is also one of the advantages, because we don't get any kind of error. Only nominal charges we will have to pay as per the internet or accessing the internet. So for that, it's another advantage, that is easy and fast mode of communication. Backup facility, that is the fourth point. Easily and anytime from anywhere we can able to take what we have data in our shared data. At any time we can able to take as a backup for the purpose of future reference. We need all those information, we need some of the information for the future scope. So for that purpose, if once we have sent or share any of the information or receive any of the information for a long time, we can able to keep all those information particularly in our hard disk, so that for the future or for the next time easily we can able. Cost effective, this is another advantage. As we know that networking makes our life easier. We don't have to move from one place to another place. While sitting over here, we can able to access any of the information easily and fastly. So it reduce the cost of traveling. The last one, but it is not the least, there are so many advantages. The last advantages of networking is security. If security will not be there, there will be no one is going to use networking, because without the security, if we don't have feel secure, if our data and information are not being secured, no one is going to access the network. But as per the advantages of networking, it's a features of network, it's a secure. Easily we can able to make or give password protection to our file, to whom those file which we don't want to share with anyone. So this is another advantages of networking, that is called security. Now types of network, as per the types of networking, we can able to the types of networking as per the geographical area. Geographical areas, as per the geographical areas, we are going to distribute the network in 4 categories. The first one is PAN, LAN, MAN and WAN. I'm going to show you image as per the information you can easily able to understand. So basically personal area network are used in mobile, laptop and for the personal purpose. We don't have to use for the official purpose. It's used for the personal purpose because the speed of the personal area network is not that much good and we cannot able to share the big file by using this personal area network. Range is, if you will talk about the range of personal area network, its range is 5 meter to 20 meter. And if you will talk about that where we are using the personal area network, then you have to know that everyone is using Bluetooth and infrared technologies in our daily life. Bluetooth might be you have observed in our mobile phones, Bluetooth technology are given, and infrared in our remote control while accessing the TV, while accessing any of the digital devices. We must have seen that remote controllers are there. So in that infrared technologies are used. I'm going to show you how it's working. See here, this is the example of infrared. This television is there and by the using the remote control, information are being shared. Whatever command user are giving, as per that it's giving the response. The second case is of Bluetooth. Here Bluetooth mobiles are there, in mobile phone Bluetooth is there and by the help of that this laptop are being accessed. So this is an example of personal area network. By the help of that we can able to share information within the short range of communication. Okay, the second one is local area network. As we know that local area network, as the name suggests, it is used in school campuses, offices, building, hospitals or in a small area. Here data transmission are also very slow. I'm not telling that data transmission rate are that much slow that we cannot able to feel comfortable, but yes, if we will increase the number of computers as per the requirement, in that time transmission rate we can feel and realize that data transmission rate are very slow. It can be controlled and administered by a single person or an organization. When any of the controls, if we have need to change the password, if we will have to give the certain sites which we have to block, all those things are being controlled by a single person or an organization. Organization or single person is having complete right to take any of the action over the network. If he needs to stop the network, it's up to him. If he needs to stop any of the websites, if he want to block any of the website, definitely it's being controlled by the single person or an organization. See the areas, if we are talking about the geographical areas, it's not having the range of more than 2 or 3 kilometers. Under that we can able to feel and realize the complete access and we can able to feel good experience within this range. If we are exceeding the range, we cannot able to get the complete network on those areas. So see, by the help of this image, I'm going to zoom it. One switch is there. I'm going to discuss in the next tutorial what is switch, but right now you have to know a physical device. By the help of that, different number of computers are connected, where one server is there, mail server is there, and this is the device. By the help of that, all those computers are being connected. So you can increase the number of computers as per the given port. If 8 ports are there, you can connect the 8 number of computer. If 16 ports are there, you can connect 16 number of computer. So as per that, you can get a switch in the market and you can connect as per the number of computer which are number of ports are given in the. So now next is metropolitan area network. It is used to connect from one city to another city and area up to 100 kilometers, and data transmission rate as compared to local area network is a faster, but it's not fastest. Compared to local area network, it's fast, but it is used to connect one city to another city. Example of metropolitan area network, the cable TV which we are watching in our home, that is the best example of this network. Metropolitan area network by a single person or one or more organization. But I'm telling you one thing, that metropolitan area network are made up of n number of local area network. See, This is metropolitan area network, where one local area network, another local area network, this is the third local area network, and the fourth local area network. So these all local area network, when they join together, in that time the network, another network is formed. This type of network is called metropolitan area. So in this network we can able to realize that number of local area network are there. Now the next one is wide area network. Wide area network used to connect city to city or even countries. This is also known as global network. Here data transmission rate are very fast. Means there is no comparison in between local area network and metropolitan area network. The transmission rate are very fast because in this wide area network the technology are being used that is called optical fiber cable. Optical fiber cable I will discuss in the next tutorial. Right now we have to know the term that optical fiber cable is a kind of wire. By the help of that it used to connect from one country to another country. So a man usually not owned by a single organization but exists under collective ownership. There is no one who is having as a owner of wide area network, but collective ownerships are there. And if you will talk about the example, practical example of wide area network, we can write as a practical example of wide area network is internet. We can write as a practical example ATM. Internet, ATM, telecom system are the best example of wide area network. Internet, ATM, telecom system are the best example of wide area network. Now I'm like, see here local area network, or you can say number of local area network, LAN is there, man is there, and when they are going to collect together, actually man network are there, man network are there, man network are there. So when they are collected together and became a network, it's became a network that is very big kind of network that is known as wide area network. Wide area network, if we will tell that it's used to connect from one country to another country, then it's also right. And I told you that by the help of internet we can able to access all those information from one place to another place. Now protocol is there. A protocol is a set of rules and regulation that allow computer that to exchange the information over the net. There is certain rules and regulation while exchanging the information, but we have to know that there are so many protocols are available on the internet to exchange the information. Few examples I am giving, that TCP/IP, HTTP, NNTP, POP. As TCP stands for Transmission Control Protocol, IP stands for Internet Protocol, HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, NNTP stands for Network News Transfer Protocol, POP stands for Post Office Protocol. There are n number of protocols are available, but by the help of that, but protocols only allow to exchanging the information over the network. Because of protocol we can able to share the information. Because of protocol we are receiving the information. So protocol plays a very important role for the sharing of information. And see, in this protocols, as when we are talking with anyone, suppose that this is person 1 and this is person 2. If he is sending one message, he is responding the message. If at the particular time is also increasing. The same way it is there in case of protocol. The next topic is intranet. So knowing about the intranet, we must have to know about the internet. So internet, what is internet? Internet are derived from two words, inter and net. Inter means interconnected and net means network. Interconnected network which are globally access. We can able to access any of the information, or anyone can access me if our devices are connected to the internet. So as I told you about the wide area network, in that time internet is an example of wide area network. So when devices are connected globally, those devices are known as online. So another part of this is called intranet. And intranet is a private computer network owned by a company or an organization and is accessible only to its employees. See, while working in any of the multinational company, there are certain protocols we have to follow. That if you are working in the company, it's a only example. When we are working in any of the company, they will provide to access their device. access their system, access their network. At the same time, now intranet. An intranet is a private computer network owned by a company or an organization, and it's accessible only to its employee. When a person is working in any multinational company, in that time companies are providing to access their machines, their network. So in that time they are giving some of the access to their employee only. Now intranet. An intranet is a private computer network owned by a company or an organization, and it's accessible only to its employee. While working in any of the multinational company, they are providing their system, their network. So at that time, whatever controls are there, those controls are given by that multinational company, as well as their employee are having complete right to access all those information. Any of the information or any of the operation are being done with their own employee. Outsider cannot able to access those network. They cannot able to connect their devices if it is intranet. So it is complete right in a private computer or by the help private computer network are owned by a company or an organization, and it's accessible for their employee only. So that is called intranet. Now by the help of this image, you can see a multinational company is there. They are able to access the information, but outsider, if suppose that you will go or I will go, we are not allowed to access this network, because this network are being accessed for their employee only. So they are using, so for that purpose these network are known as intranet. Understood? Now the next one is extranet. As we have seen that in intranet only internal employees are allowed to access the information. Now in extranet, external person, suppose that anyone came as a guest, so for them we are means companies, multinational companies allow them with a limited access to access the information, to access the network. As some of the vendors, supplier or customer or the clients used to visit in their multinational company, in that time for the purpose of business, for the business purpose or customer services, if they need to access the information, to access the network, in that time with a limited, with a restriction, multinational company allow them to access the information. So those things are known as extranet. Now student, you can see that intranet versus extranet and internet. Internet is a global network. You can see intranet is a global network. You can see internet over here is a global network. It is global network. After that, extranet is accessible by the vendors, suppliers and business partners. If any external will come and want to access the information, for them only extranet are being used. But intranet within the organization, for the particularly their own employee can able to access the information, that is called intranet. So by the help of this image, you can also able to understand that what is the use of internet, intranet and extranet. Definition I have given, you can able to write. If you are having still doubt, you can ask. Now some of the topic which we have to discuss in the next tutorial. Components. In the next tutorial, we are going to discuss about the networking component as hub, switch, router, NIC, modem, guided and unguided media, network architecture, network topology, types of protocols, and if types of protocol. Now these are the some of the questions which must have to solve, and write down the feedback whether you are understanding this whatever topic today I am discussing or not. And students, you are free to ask questions. I have given my contact number. You can ask, you can WhatsApp me, you can write the comments, and if you need any kind of help, definitely you can contact. My YouTube channel is also there. By the help of that, you can watch the video, you can share the video, subscribe the video for getting more updates. Okay, thank you student, thank you.